Who would win out of the USA versus World All-Star teams? Cheech, let's get it started. What we're doing today, as you can hear, is first we're going to pick the USA All-Star team, 12-man squad, and then we're going to pick the World All-Star team. They haven't done this before. They do it for the rookies. And I think a lot of people, with how many great international players there are at the moment, a lot of people... Are you in this camp that feel like they should start making the All-Star game international versus... And maybe a bit of pride comes in when you do that.
I think a bit of pride would, because like USA, they're showboaters. Yeah. So once a streak happens, they could have had like a 20-year streak. They don't want to let that go.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's why I really would like Adam Silver.
And we're always craving to see USA lose one Olympics for once. And this could be the way to do it.
Yeah.
Seeing an international team beat like a Team USA.
For sure.
All right, now let's get straight into it. So if you don't already know how the All-Star sort of spots work, you get 5 starters, of course, for each team. You get 3 forwards, 2 guards, same as the bench. You get 3 forwards, 2 guards, and then 2 wild cards, whatever you want.
Okay, cool.
So the forwards get to dominate, and then you just have to make it work with the guards.
Cool.
Now, in terms of talking about all this stuff, I messaged you and I said, are we doing like relevant as to like now this season, or are we just picking the best USA players versus the best world players, international players?
Well, obviously there'll be a bit of biased. No matter what, there'll be biased as legacy points, bruv. But I understand what you mean by like, yes, we're basing it on this year and this performance. There's a lot of young guys up in there. It's the time to give them their roses.
Well, I made both. I'm going to try and hit you with my non-relevant to this season one. It's still right now. Like, I'm not going to bring up like,
CP3, for instance.
Yeah, or Goran Dragic. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's still who they are right now, but like, yeah, we'll talk about it. So, what do you want to reveal first, bro?
Okay, so we're starting off with USA.
I just say, I should have said this at the start, I've got a big bomb for you.
Okay, no, that's fine.
I've got a big bomb.
Because I think you let it slip earlier before we started, so it's all right.
Did I? All right.
Maybe.
All right.
So it might be a big bomb for you.
So do you want to start with USA or world?
We start with, because I feel like the world is quite simple. All right, let's go with USA.
Okay.
Cut to the chatter. Let's go.
You want to start with the forwards or the...
Forwards.
Or the guards?
All right.
My big bomb's about to come.
Okay.
Right now. Right, here we go. The big bomb.
I got
my
LeBron.
USA... Hold on, you're not ready for this.
Oh, okay.
My USA first starter in the forwards, Joel Embiid. Because...
No, it hasn't happened yet.
Hold on.
It hasn't happened yet.
Hold on, bro.
No,
hold on, bro.
I don't give a damn.
Hold on, bro. I'm glad you obviously acknowledge this. He's going to play for Team USA in the Olympics this offseason.
Going to... Not yet.
Okay, but...
It hasn't happened yet.
But this is a man who's never played for Cameroon. He's one douse of international basketball, and he said, I'm going to play for USA. I know a lot of people might hate it, but okay, yes, in about 6 months' time, longer than that, in about 7 months' time, Joel Embiid will be a USA basketball player. He's as the reason he said, he's pretty much lived his whole life or half his life in the USA. His son's going to live his whole life in the USA. He's going to continue after he retires to live in the USA. I don't really care. I'm an Australian. If anyone's thinking, oh, this American wants Joel, I'm Australian. But the more I think about it, the more I think he's not an international. Like, he's not an international. He's definitely not. He's not like, look at Jokic, bro. I'm not saying Joel's never gone back to Cameroon. He has. But Jokic, every chance he gets, he goes back to Serbia and he plays for Serbia. Same as Luka, same as Markkanen, all, you name it. Embiid, why isn't Embiid and Siakam, sorry if there's like a worthy reason, why haven't they fired up a Cameroon team?
Yeah, because they're trash.
But those two guys, five on the court.
But they have to go and compete in the every single qualifiers. Usually you just get the scrubs to go in the it takes a lot of time and dedication.
I know. Anyway, but the point is, I look at Joel, at this point, if I have to put him in one group, I actually put him in, I actually put him in. Like, I wonder, say next year they started this actual USA versus World.
And maybe that's why. Maybe they had to delay it this year.
Yeah.
Because of him.
Say they started it next year. Which team's he in?
Well, hopefully he's in the international team for my.
I think next year, if they started this All-Star game, USA vs World, Embiid, having played for Team USA, I think he'd be.
No, he would be in USA.
I think he'd be USA.
No, he would be.
How do you feel? If you really don't want it to happen, I can make it not happen.
Commentary, because they played today against Wemby, they're like, oh, these two would be both great in the French team. And that really sealed the deal for me.
As what?
As in, like, Embiid is playing for the world. But at the same time, I did forget.
But that's exactly the point. He didn't choose Cameroon.
Yeah, I know.
Next choice should have been probably France. If he's going to do the
like
whole
seeds.
where his blood comes from, I think, or whatever. Definitely he can speak French because in Cameroon they speak French. And he shuts the door on it. He's a USA basketball
fine.
player. Are you good with it? I'm pretty okay.
I'm good with it. You've messed up the list, but it's okay.
I'm sorry. Yes. Okay. So that's the big bomb. Embiid, Team USA. So Embiid, and also just sneaky. That means he gets to be on the other side of Jokic, which makes it fun for us.
Shit. But that's good because you've eliminated one of mine, so you've made it easy.
Okay, good. So the forwards, I'll just say mine. And this is the non-relevant to this season. I would have Embiid, Durant, and Jimmy.
But Jimmy's barely played any games.
But that's my point of not relevant to this season.
No, you have to remove Jimmy. I don't have Jimmy on the list because he's barely played. He's barely played.
Okay.
So, like, I'm a Jimmy fan. Just very disappointing at what happened with Atlanta. I was saying, oh, Jimmy's him. He's come up. And then
DeJounte Murray.
He just said, what's up?
Well, I prepared for this, and I've got Embiid, Durant, LeBron.
Embiid, Durant, LeBron. I've got Kawhi Leonard because Kawhi Leonard has played so many games. He hasn't bitched about his team. I think he's just a better player right now.
Who do you have as your three?
So LeBron, Kawhi Leonard, and now Embiid.
Embiid. So no Durant.
No, Durant's on the bench.
Okay. Yeah. No, in the starting lineup.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, LeBron, Durant, and Kawhi are all right now like interchangeable, I feel.
So who are we going with? Rock, paper, scissors?
No. I'm happy. I
happy
took
with
the whole
Kawhi?
Embiid light. I'm happy with Kawhi.
Okay, cool.
All right.
Let's go.
So, now the guards. Let's be real.
Yeah.
So USA.
Can I go first?
Yeah, you go first.
Stephen Curry.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Anthony Edwards. That one's a shocker. But I thought, look, they've been playing really, really well. They're still number one. I know they lost today, so that might have messed up.
I didn't even have Edwards in my whole thing.
No. I'm putting it up there.
Okay, I can give it to you, yeah.
Really? Who are you putting?
I had Booker.
Look,
But he hasn't. Only just recently. He had 50 the other day.
Yeah.
Only just recently has he started to
flourish.
I think because like he's got some teammates now. You know,
Teammates.
KD, Bradley Beal.
They're beginning to gel.
6 in a row they've won now. They're
doing the Clippers. They're copying and pasting.
Yeah, so
hey, Grayson Allen's
but
been huge.
Overall, this season relevant, Ant has been better. I'll give you that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
There we go.
I can't believe it.
So that means that our USA starters are Embiid, Kawhi, LeBron, Curry, and Edwards.
Sweet.
Yeah.
That's
Who
good.
was going to be Durant? Your third.
No, which is
All
embarrassing.
right, we'll talk about our bench. Now, so the three forwards that I've got, so I had Davis, Tatum, and Kawhi.
This is for bench.
Yeah,
Davis,
bench.
Tatum, Kawhi.
So now we'd have to have Davis, Durant, Tatum.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. And before the whole Embiid schmuggles or whatever you want to call it, I had Bam.
Schmuggles. Yes, Bam. Yeah, Bam. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
I don't think I can put him in, but like this Davis thing, the Davis thing is weird.
No. I'm happy with Anthony Davis. I'm happy with, but like Embiid just knocked Bam out. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
So, Anthony Davis, Durant, and who was the last one? Tatum.
And Tatum.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because Tatum was initially in my starting. And
Yeah,
now
that's the
stripped it down.
forwards. Now, the two guards on the bench, I had Mitchell and Halliburton.
See, I messed up.
What'd you put?
I had guards.
Yeah.
I have Booker.
Yep.
And I don't know. I've just got this weird obsession with Brunson, man.
I
I really have this weird obsession with Brunson.
Well, actually, now when I think about it, if Booker is not going to be in the starting lineup for me, see, it's weird on relevance because on relevance, I guess Halliburton's had the more like shining season than Booker.
Yeah, I'm happy to switch it, and that's why I was like, no, wait, you want Brunson in there? I thought Brunson would go out, and I was happy to change it with Halliburton. So, it sounds like you want Booker out.
After the forwards, the four left I had was two guards, Mitchell, Halliburton, and then the two wild cards I had was Butler and Brunson. But I think I need to find a way to get Booker in there.
No. Booker's in there. So me and you, we can agree with Booker.
Yeah, okay. So out of the three guards, maybe, Mitchell, Halliburton, Brunson.
Mitchell, Halliburton. And see, I was stuck.
And they've all been real good.
They've been real good. A little bit up and down. I've got this weird obsession with Brunson because I think he's a stud, but I think he's not that all-star, like that shine. You know what I mean? In terms of glow up. But I feel like his performance, the Knicks would be nowhere, to be honest.
Well, let's not start this Knicks thing again. But yes, he has been amazing. These three guys have been amazing.
I'm happy to change it for... is it Halliburton or is it Mitchell's?
Halliburton's been the face of this... the East this year, like the Eastern Guard.
Yeah.
So how could you not have him in?
We give him as in-season tournament runner-up. This is where the in-season tournament now comes into play.
So we take out Brunson?
We take out Brunson.
Or do we take out Mitchell? It feels hard taking out Mitchell.
No, we're taking out Brunson.
Mitchell had a bit of time out.
Wait. Yeah, Booker's in. No, and we're putting in Halliburton.
Are we putting in Halliburton?
Yeah.
And okay.
And Halliburton's been ultimately
and then
clutch.
we've got two wildcard spots. One I gave to Butler. Or you want...
I don't want Butler in there.
You don't want Butler in it at all?
Because he hasn't shown up. Like, he's been injured.
You know what? But the thing is, I imagined the All-Star game, right? Well, I thought about this as well.
Yeah.
Butler has missed a ton of time.
Oh, yeah.
But I imagined the All-Star game and he's played enough to get in. You know, these usual things that happen. He has played enough that he will get in.
They've finessed everything.
Yeah, so the fans, he's like fourth in the forwards.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And then the players, they're going to be like, oh, Jimmy.
I'm just so salty about this Atlanta loss recently. I'm just like...
So that was me trying to like go with how it normally works.
Yeah, no.
But in terms of us picking, maybe we can leave out...
No,
Tell me your two wild cards.
Was it
for
Mitchell?
The USA.
It was Mitchell. I had a bunch of them. Like, I was like, I don't know. I was hoping that we had this discussion because I even have James Harden in there.
Oh yeah.
I even got James Harden, so I was hoping to have this discussion.
It's like, what do you do? Who else did you have?
Well, Mitchell, Halliburton, Butler, Harden, Mitchell. Sorry. Booker, Brunson, and then Tyrese Maxey. Gets to Tyrese Maxey.
Yeah, even Maxey would have a shout.
But no.
All right, so the two guards for sure. We're definitely having Booker. Then we're definitely having Halliburton. All right, and then so we've got two wild card spots. All right.
Mitchell.
Yeah, we'll put Mitchell, and then we can go also Brunson, 4 guards. And here's the other question I need to ask you.
Jaylen Brown.
The international team is massive. The USA team has good smalls and the international team has good bigs. How matchup dependent are we going to talk about this?
Well, Brunson.
Do you want to forward as one of the wild cards so we can try and get a bit more size against the
So are we going with
Giannis Jokic of the world?
Are we going with Paul George?
I
even have Paul George on
there's
there.
Paul George as well.
Help us.
All right, I'm happy to go with that. I'm happy to go. Let's just go Paul George.
Paul George out of nowhere. Paul
nowhere.
George comes in. Or we ought to go with the Jimmy Butler, but I don't know if it fits in with that scheme.
Let's go Paul George.
Paul George. Okay, let's go. Paul George has been on fire.
So our USA team starters.
Okay.
Embiid, Kawhi, LeBron, Curry, and then Ant Edwards. The bench was Davis, Tatum, Durant, Booker, Halliburton, Mitchell, and then Paul George. Yeah,
Out of nowhere.
Brunson.
We didn't put Brunson.
Yeah.
Out of nowhere.
That's our USA team.
All right.
Now, I should have noted that down. I'll cut this.
I want to hear what the people have to say, because this needs to happen. This year is huge in terms of talent for USA and the world.
All right, so I've just sent that to you, just quickly. All right, now let's move on to the world. And don't forget, there's no Joel.
Yeah, that's okay.
So the three forwards. Now this is, you want relevant, I'll give you relevant.
Okay.
All right, you want right now, I'll give you relevant. All right, forwards, Giannis, of course.
Yep.
Jokic, of course.
Yep.
I've gone Şengün.
Instead of Markkanen?
Yeah. But whatever, if you want Markkanen, have him. I don't know.
No, because but Şengün is also, he looks small, but he's big. And I was thinking Markkanen, I just want to have that three kind of huge giants.
Let me ask you this. If we're pretty seesaw about it, there's also Sabonis.
Nah.
Right, all right, okay. Out of Şengün, Markkanen will be much better if we're going to look at it matchup wise.
Yes.
Because he can stretch the floor. He like we've already got Jokic and Giannis. So you want to go Markkanen?
Let's go Markkanen.
All right.
Because he's a big boy. And I just don't think they'll be able to contain having those three giants, those three passing abilities. It'll be Juggle City, man.
All right, so the three forwards are Giannis, Jokic, Markkanen. Wow. And then, is there any question about these two guards,
No.
Luka and Shea?
Yeah, no.
Wow.
Yeah, gosh. Man, how do you want it? How do you want it?
Yeah.
How
Who do we
you
talk
need-
about, like the five main MVP candidates, like Embiid, Shea, Luka, Giannis, and
Who's the last one?
who's the last one?
Sorry.
Embiid, Shea, Giannis. Oh, Jokic.
Jokic.
This is how many of those five main MVP monsters that the international guys have. Giannis, Jokic, Luka, and Shea.
It's crazy. Like,
Even without Embiid, bro,
for
this
me-
team.
for me, like, if Jazz keep jazzing it, Larry Markkanen can be there. Like, I'm not, it's a reach, but I'm just saying that potential is there.
Yeah, he's been real good. But they have a bigger fall off when it comes to the bench. I'm interested.
Are
to
you
hear.
sure?
Yes. Come on.
Well, because of the Embiid situation, yes.
we just had to scramble just then to find because there was so many USA options with the world stuff. Let's go straight now. So forward Şengün.
Yep.
Other forward I've got Siakam and Sabonis.
No,
you
I'm
got?
going Sabonis.
Yeah, we need two more.
But
We need two more.
for the forward.
So I got
okay,
Şengün.
Siakam. Yeah.
Siakam
no.
and Sabonis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
Siakam and Sabonis.
Yes.
Yep, three forwards.
I'm getting
on the
mixed up
bench.
because of the Embiid thing, but yes.
Yeah, sorry. And then two guards on the
Are
bench.
you sure?
What? Who's your other?
Okay, no, I'm happy to put these guys in like the wild cards. It's
Yeah,
okay.
there is another two forwards
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
talk about. Oh, God. All right, Şengün, Siakam, Sabonis, two guards. Now, this is where I feel like the depth is a bit shit, and you're going to hear these names. Bogdanovic for Atlanta
Yeah.
and Giddy.
No.
What have you got for the
Jamal
two?
Murray.
But you want relevant, bro. He's barely played and he hasn't played that well, bro. He was out for 6 weeks.
No. There's no way. I know what you're talking about, but no.
I don't think he's getting it. I don't think
the fall off is too real. The fall off is too real. Whereas with
But
the
you
USA, it's like, oh, we got all sorts of talents. We'll be all right.
you wanted
No,
me to pick this year.
No. Jamal Murray. Did you see what Jamal
But
Murray
he
just
was out
done
for
yesterday?
6 weeks with a hamstring.
Damn now. I feel like Butler has been taken off because he's old man. That's the difference. Like, I don't know, like, Miami Heat culture and that, just medical pass. I feel like Butler could have played every game. I don't know. Whereas Jamal Murray, it's a legitimate injury. And he's come back and he's absolutely fine. Absolutely lit up the Celtics. Where Jimmy Butler, when he came back, he messed up against it. Like, I'm salty. This week
I
I'm
had Murray
salty.
in, but I'll tell you now, I've got Murray in my non-relevant.
No.
All right.
Put him in. I'm overruling.
All right,
The fall
overruling.
off is too real.
And who else have you got?
Bogdanovic.
Yeah.
Let me just
He's
make
been
sure.
good this year. He's
Let me just make sure the first name. Bogdan.
Bogdan Bogdanovic.
Yeah, okay,
The guard one.
Yeah, not the
And
one
he
in,
has been
Detroit.
such a great off the bench this year. Isn't he shooting like, have you got his numbers? It's something like 50% from three or something. I don't know.
That's
Crazy.
crazy.
So those are two guards, Bogdanovic and Murray, apparently.
Okay, cool.
And then the two wild cards, look, all right, okay.
yes.
I don't like Celtics,
After-
but
after-
Porzingis. You have to say Porzingis. You have to
Yes,
be real.
yes.
As one of the wild cards.
Yes.
A lot of people would have him like top of the bench, like in the forwards. But for me, whatever. Here
I
he is.
actually compromised with this Şengün. I was like, oh, whatever. I don't even like Porzingis like that.
Yeah.
Porzingis, who did he light up?
He does play well. Whatever. I don't trust him in the
they
playoffs.
use him. Okay, fine. You don't trust him in the playoffs. That's fine because, like, look, he doesn't have that much experience personally.
It's
Like,
not just that. It's the same thing with like the Wemby thing. It's so easy to put these guys on skates in the playoffs. These big
but the
lampposts.
thing is, they'd be protected in with the whole Celtic
I
situation.
know, but I'm still interested.
Yeah, no, I mean,
You don't want anyone that can be put on skates.
yeah, but this season he's been solid. And when did
Oh no, he plays well regular season.
they go to him? There was a particular game they were just feeding him the basketball and they took him over he took him over the line. But I can't remember which
Yeah,
one. It was.
I can't remember.
3 weeks ago now.
All right, and also I got Franz Wagner.
No.
Wagner. Who have you got for the other one?
Victor Wembanyama. I don't give a damn. I don't give a
knew
damn.
this was coming.
This bleeds over from last week. This
knew.
guy's putting up so huge numbers on limited minutes. Imagine what he could do. Imagine what he could do for the Chicago Bulls. Man, trade him 1-for-1 with this, what's his name?
Levine.
Zach Levine. Oh, man. That would go on a Bulls run, bring back 6 Pete.
Well, guess what?
No.
You got the overall last time with Jamal Murray, so I'm getting it this time.
No,
Franz Wagner
no.
over Wembanyama.
Look, I think I was saying his name, Franz Wagner, since the Olympics, man.
Mm-hmm.
I was really excited because, to be honest, like it was the Olympics, and I'm like, who does he play for if he plays for? And then I was like, hey, he's played for Orlando's. So I was like, I love him. But come on, man.
You had the last
Wembanyama.
overall. I'm overruling. There's no third party here.
Tell me the
Tell him in the
slander.
comments. I'm sorry.
Y'all agreed with me last week.
I just
Crazy that
watched-
they didn't put Chet and Victor Wembanyama in the under 25 list.
Victor Wembanyama.
Whereas
That's classic.
I had
I
it.
just
Whatever.
watched. I know it's against like the current MVP. I just watched Wembanyama cop 70 today.
Yeah, I watched him also put up like almost 30.
Didn't he have more? 33 or something like that. I'm telling you, no.
No, isn't it the
And
wild cards?
and
Isn't
here's
this the
another
wild
part.
card? This is all-star,
Here's another
baby.
part.
This is shine,
to be
baby.
able to be picked into an all-star team in your first season. You need to really do some real stuff. It's a circus.
It doesn't matter.
I'm not putting any circus stuff in
it's
my
alright.
shit.
It's alright.
Overall. Okay, so that's our world start, our world team. So Giannis, Jokic, Markkanen, Luka, Shea, and then the bench: Şengün, Siakam, Sabonis, Bogdanovic, Murray, and Franz Wagner. Mm-hmm. Okay, now, Cheech, the big question we're all wanting to find out: who would win in a heavyweight Game 7? I don't want no all-star game bullshit. Game 7 out of these two teams.
I think it has to be. I can't believe it has to be the world.
So obviously, wow, these players
They need to do this.
are.
When I look at the screen, I'm like,
Yeah.
man, this is just
They have to
talent.
do it. It's gonna be good. Try it, bro.
Try it.
Did Kawhi, LeBron, Curry,
I want
and
somebody on 2K. Load up
Giannis,
your 2K right now.
Jokic.
Put on 7-game series of our list and see who wins, and let us know next week.
bro, the bench, man, the bench.
I don't give a damn. I'm writing my plays today on I'm
bench.
Tibbs, man. I'm Tibbs, bro.
I think Eileen, the world would win as well.
The world will win with
But-
Jokic, Markkanen,
But
two-way
man,
game,
they would need
Luka.
to be careful with the bench. I think the USA would kill that world bench.
Well,
Look at
because
those two benches, bro. That's real bad.
Davis, Tatum. Well, Tatum ain't showing up, but that's
Nah,
okay because
let's
he's
be
on the
real,
bench.
bro.
He's on the
Davis, like you read those names: Davis, Tatum, Durant, Mitchell, Halliburton,
Durant.
George Booker, and we left some off. Şengün, Siakam. These are good players. Sabonis, Bogdan.
Yeah.
That doesn't
Look,
even compare.
The bench is the weak link.
but starters are your starters.
Starters are starters.
Game
That's
7, you
that's
almost
how
play
it'll
all
be.
the minutes as well. Yeah. Especially, you know what? You know what made me go up? The world will win. Jokic. Because
Yes, he's the glue that sticks
yes,
everything
bro.
together.
You put Jokic into any superstar team, and you know the whole like too many superstars, he will fix it.
He nullifies everything, man.
Bro.
Seriously. Giannis will be basically the Aaron Gordon. You understand what I
Like
mean?
a crazy one, yeah.
Luka and Shea can be Jamal Murray.
And everyone
It's his
stretches the
team.
floor other than
It's
Giannis.
his team. And then these Markkanen and Jokic will be,
Yeah,
speaking to each other.
That's crazy. Yeah. Just because the starters would win.
Just the
And
chemistry,
if
man.
we're talking like a game 7, yeah, they would do it.
Curry, I don't know how would Curry go in this kind of.
I think he would
He
do
would
well.
be all right.
He'd do well.
I guess he'll be maybe Shea has a bit of defense. Shea is actually good on defense, so he can shut down.
it would be a
Curry.
crazy game.
And then Ant and Luka. See, Ant might win, but Ant might get a bit.
Yeah.
I don't like his clutch performance at this
Yeah.
point of time. It was sort of like I was frustrated with last year. Now I'm gonna be frustrated with him this year. I just want him to be great. Like
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
But just that last 2 minutes, his decision making on that. But then you can bring in Davis. Make this happen. NBA.
Yeah. This has got to happen, bro. It's yeah. Maybe they are waiting for like Embiid to beat Team USA.
yeah.
Anyway, let us know your picks, your comments.
They're gonna load it up in
and-
2K.
And who would win? Who would win out of these two teams that we've picked? Now, Cheech, let's get on to the next thing. It's our first sort of TikTok game of the day. Let's rank the most clutch players in the NBA.
Let's start.
All right, let's get into it. All right. Now, this is tough, man. This
It's
is
tough.
so tough.
And I've got 2 lists.
And could I just say,
I've got 2.
yeah, sorry, I don't do numbers. You're a numbers man.
Yeah.
Can you imagine doing this without numbers? I was just thinking,
No.
you know what I mean? And
I blew
it was
up.
real hard.
So I've got two lists. One for playoffs and one for regular season.
That's the worst type of list you can have because we need like an overall.
I know.
Oh,
and that's
no.
why I was like, I want to know what you did. I want to know. And you know what? How the NBA does it. So the NBA does it with most clutch points in the last 5 minutes of the game.
Forget that stuff of last
When
the
it's
new award.
when it's within 5.
Yeah.
That's a terrible stat. I found one, and I want people to go onto this guy's website. Inpredictable.com.
Okay.
This guy's goated. He's got a stat where he adds win percentage. You know how the ESPN have a win percentage as the game goes? And how each move that you do. So if you make an assist, if you turn it over, how that it multiplies. You have a value and it multiplies with the win percentage factor and how that changes. So Ray Allen's last shot, right? That changed the win protection by like huge amount. So that shot alone was worth 35% compared to, I don't know, just Stephen Curry extending the lead from 4 points to 5 points, right? And that's where I feel like some people get their clutch starts. Was it who won the
Fox?
De'Aaron Fox won it last year. Hasn't really been showing it this year. But even then I was like, huh? And he couldn't even do it in the playoffs last year. So it's like, bro.
Yeah. So it's for me, long way of you saying that in a way. For me, it's not like a science per se. Like you can measure it, but the NBA's tried to turn it into a science. I don't think it is. Let me kick us off with number 5. And bear with me because this is a tough list to make. Make it yourself and you realize it's a hard thing to get a grasp on. Number 5, I've got LeBron James. Now, LeBron James can be like number 1, okay? Whatever. The amount of clutch game winners he's shot, he's played for 20 years, I get it.
Yeah.
But if you want to do it like in a vacuum or to scale or by percentages, again, all by the eye test, I can't just like put LeBron up there because he's played for the longest, had the most game winners and stuff like that. But I do think he's clutch.
Just his presence on the court changes things.
There's also the factor of while he has hit a lot of game winners jump shots and big moments jump shots at the end of games, his best move is the unstoppable drive to the rim, right? And you still have to be clutch. You learn when you watch the NBA, you still have to be clutch to even have the balls to drive to the rim and make a bucket with seconds left, even if it's a layup. You know what I mean? Like that's still clutch. Some players won't do it or are too scared to do it. So I've got LeBron at number 5. Who have you got at number 5?
I was hoping that it would be a collaborative approach.
And we're doing this collabed. We're gonna try and
Yeah,
agree.
that's what I was thinking.
Shit. So have you got LeBron at all?
No.
Oh.
But at the same time, I'm happy to concede.
Who's your number 5?
I've got, weirdly enough, I have Giannis. No. You have to understand. You have to understand when you break it down. This season, I was looking this season in a vacuum, right? The amount of force and will he's willed his team to do. Damian Lillard, for me, hasn't really been showing up, right? He's willed, and then Middleton, he's starting to slowly get into shape. But the way he's been willing his team to win in the last bit, it's phenomenal. He draws contact as well with the fouls, huge with that. Naturally, just the defensively gifted and the help and all that jazz. His weak point is the turnovers, and when I looked at the numbers, it was bad. So that's why I put him at number 5.
Now,
and if we have to say eliminate,
what
fine,
I said
fine.
about LeBron at the end there, this is me going to go back on my words. What I said about LeBron, it's still clutch to drive to the rim and have a non... I think clutch in your veins predominantly has to come from a skill. And I'm not saying that Giannis has no skills, but he's Giannis. Him dunking it or getting fouled going to the rim is his game all game long. That's not him stepping up in the clutch. It's what he does all game long. I want to...
But he shows up.
I guess everyone does everything all game long. What I mean is it's too easy to dunk for him.
He's saying he wants to see a shot go in rather than a dunk go in.
I just don't know if I can have Giannis.
The NBA highlight.
And there hasn't been too many Giannis ones for me to give it to him.
Yeah, that's fair.
You know what? I don't know how else.
No, that's fair.
Yeah.
So I'm happy to remove Giannis from the list to put LeBron. Again, I had multiple lists in here.
Let me ask you, do you have my number 4, who is Durant?
I do have Durant, and he's not on number 4. He's higher up.
He's higher.
Yeah.
Okay, so I had him at number 4. We need to agree. So we got LeBron so far.
Okay. Durant is too low to be number 4.
Okay.
When you watch his stuff, he has been a clutch guy. They basically broke up OKC thing because Russell Westbrook was doing it himself and missing. When Kevin Durant had the ball in OKC, shall I check out the 4-point play against Memphis? Kevin Durant, incredible stuff. They're like 5 points down. He was on the sidelines, did a 4-point play. But you can look at it. Golden State Warriors showed up. I understand.
Yes.
But that was his peak in terms of clutch because they just gave him the ball. Hey, do your work. I'm gonna lay up. I'm gonna do a mid range. I'm gonna do threes. That was his best. Then Brooklyn Nets. Come on, he's higher. Now I'm triggering memories. No. And then one more time. Last year, Phoenix Suns versus who again? Nuggets. Yeah. Oh my God. He's a defensive presence. Huge. He is a two-way kind of guy. And again, this season, we just didn't we finish one today? The double pump fake.
Yes.
Double.
Yeah, he had a clutch shot today. He had a game winner against the Bulls.
Game winner against the Bulls with 2-3 defenders. Yeah. He had to pump it.
Yes.
This guy's too long and too good.
First, soon I'm going to ask you who you have as number 4. Let me just ask you. So let me just say, it's funny because I keep walking over myself here, but what I just said about it's what they like Giannis.
Nah.
I know now this is a jump shot. Kevin Durant is clutch. He's so very clutch. That's why he's in my rankings. Giannis isn't of this top 5. But it's what he does. These elbow jumpers, that's what he does. So that's why I don't have him high.
Nah, I don't understand this.
There's the guys that
Somebody needs to interpret it.
Guys that I have high. Anyway, I don't know. It's a hard metric. Tell me your number 4. Tell me your number 4 and we'll talk about it. Can't believe you made 2 lists.
Yeah, and now I'm trying to rationalize this now.
Yeah.
I think I've got Stephen Curry.
Nah, see, I don't have Curry at all.
No. You have to give
No,
Curry.
bro. No. Eye test, bro. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, Steph. Steph is. It's what he making threes and making shots. It's what he. This is the same thing, but KD makes bigger shots. I might get slaughtered right now, but you know Max Kellerman. I want Iguodala.
Yeah.
First take and
Wait,
all that.
you think
it's
he
all
had
a
a
bunch
point?
of. It's all a bunch of bullshit, but. There was a bit of substance to that. It's because it's not that Steph has never hit a game winner, but for the best shooter ever, man, he's missed a lot of clutch shots. Man.
Wow. I'll give
And
you.
so that just kicks you straight out of my clutch rankings.
I'll give you points to remember when Curry passed it behind the back and it went out of bounds. He just seems to be a bit clumsy. Like for all his show, right? He can let it slip, and that's what. And it's like, when the lights are bright too. You don't see that with LeBron. It'll be like, oh, I missed, and that's it. Like, you know what I mean? Like I get. Whereas Curry can have that. So I'm understanding where you're coming from. I was just like, bro, I just put it up in the air. But so who are we gonna put as number 4 then? Because I'm not putting Kevin Durant as number 4.
I'll tell you who I've got above Kevin Durant, and then we'll keep talking,
Okay.
right? So I had Kevin Durant number 4. I don't have Curry at all. My number 3 is Jokic. Bro, this guy doesn't care.
Okay, I've got Jokic.
Yes.
I've got Jokic. That's
So, but I've got him more clutch than KD. I guess I can swap them if we need to agree.
Yes, we need to agree on that.
But I think Jokic, let me just public service announcement. Jokic doesn't care. You know why all his clutch shots go in? Because he's not worried.
Yeah, he's not worried.
He doesn't care if it goes in.
No.
You know what I mean? If it goes in, he's happy. But all these miracle shots, he's hit a few game winners as well.
Yeah.
All these game winners he hits, it's because he's just in his motion. A little bit like Kawhi. But more, Jokic going to be one of the calmest players to ever play.
Calmest players.
He doesn't care.
Look, he gets to his position wherever he wants. He's got the softest touch in the softest touch in the NBA. For a big guy to be that soft.
Yeah.
I'm just like, bro.
When he has a bad shooting game, it's a weird watch.
It's weird. Like sometimes it be like hitting the top of the front of the rim every time, and he's like, "What's going on?" Like it's just But at the same time, his demeanor doesn't change.
Yeah.
Then his ability, as we were talking about with the All-Star game, his ability to have a two-way game with anybody in the whole universe.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's clutch.
That's right.
He doesn't need to shoot. He's the assist presence, and then he just gets to his spot. But also, if he wants, he'll have a counter for that, and that's another thing about Kevin Durant. He has so many counters. LeBron James is not be like, I'm gonna do the fuck you 3, or I'm driving it. So that's where I've got LeBron. Like I'm happy with LeBron, Jokic.
I'm just talking, and this is my
KD.
last case for Jokic over Durant. Similar to the LeBron stuff with Durant, it's percentages. KD is going to be the guy to hit, and he's played longer than Jokic. He's going to be the guy, he's the best scorer ever, some people say, to hit a lot of game winners. But by percentages, I'd like to see if Jokic has actually hit a greater percentage of game winners, like per attempts, than KD. And you know what I mean? That's my sort of point.
Well, I think if any, that's the issue with Jokic. He'll just pass the ball. He'll pass the ball.
But if he
Kevin
needs
Durant,
to take the shot, is he the calmest
Is he-
player in the last minute?
hey, we need to go on Reddit. I need to go on Reddit and find some.
All right,
such
I'll let
numbers
you
out.
choose because I kicked out a few of your players already. I've kicked out a few of your players already. So if you want Durant over Jokic, I can do it.
Yes, we do
All
that.
right. So that means number 4 is Durant after LeBron, and then number 3, Jokic.
Jokic.
No, sorry.
But we have.
I take that.
No, but we haven't figured out what
I
we're
take that
doing
back.
yet.
I take that back. That was my order. Number 4, Jokic. Number 3, Durant. That's what you want.
Yeah.
Yes. All right. Now we get into the top 2.
Okay, I feel like we've messed up the order, but we'll figure
No,
it
we
out
got
at
5
the end.
LeBron, 4 Jokic, 3 Durant. Now we got top 2.
Okay, but I'm thinking Durant should be higher still.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Now we get into this top 2, and my number 1 I was pretty settled on, but my number 2 I did. Okay.
You've got a number 1 like that.
Yeah.
Okay, no, when I think about it, I was like here and there.
All right. Anyway, let's go to number 2. I'll say my number 2
Please.
because I feel like you need my guidance here.
Yeah.
With your 2 lists. My number 2, and he has to be on this list, is Jimmy Butler. And while he may not have a lot of game winners and big shots, this is when I can put a pass to just single shot making, because when it comes to this guy is Mr. Clutch. When it comes to matters most, this guy activates, bro.
And on two
And he's a like menace isn't even the right word. He's a demon.
Yeah.
When it comes to the Bucks or whoever it might be, if you think you're safe,
You're safe. Yeah,
unless he's got an injury, if you think you're safe in the late game of a playoff,
he turns it up, man.
he turns into a demon. Like he's there. It doesn't matter if he's not making shots, which he does. But he doesn't need to make game winners, because the way he steps up in final minutes of playoff games and in playoff games in general is insanity.
Okay.
And I nearly had him as number 1, but
Really?
just had him number 2.
Well, when you think about it,
Do you tell me you have him?
no, I've got him.
Okay, good.
I've got him.
He's gotta
But
be
now I'm just thinking, do you want to switch him with KD? Because again, I think if we had KD in Miami, it's over. It's over. It's over.
For me, it's the percentages thing again. Jimmy is in fewer. The only reason that Jimmy Butler is, I know the Heat are great and Spoelstra is great, but the only reason that Jimmy Butler finds himself in these situations is because of his activation of his fucking
You're saying they go into another level,
craziness,
another
right?
stratosphere.
That's not to disregard KD's level. However, KD always finds himself with Russell Westbrook. He finds himself with Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, and the
Okay.
Hamptons 5, or the death
Where
lineup.
you could say that
he
the
finds himself.
stretch defense.
Kevin Durant always finds himself, as good as he is as the leader, Jimmy Butler, with his clutch performances, drags him. He claws his way there. Kevin Durant, LeBron, they find themselves in these
convenient
situations
spots. So they're like, hey,
because they're on these super teams.
I like this. I like Nate convincing me about my team. Let's go Heat.
Yeah.
You know, I'm still salty about what happened in Atlanta. I've got to mention
Wow.
this is the Atlanta video because he came back from injury and then he activated himself and I was like, no! And then Murray.
All right, well, he's got to be in.
Okay, he's in.
All right, that's our
So
number 2.
I'm happy for him to be number 2. Wow, people,
Now,
comment.
That's it. Now, well, we're up to number 1.
Yeah.
Well, what's your number 1? And do you know what my number 1 is?
Can I go now? Because
Yeah.
now I've got certainty in this one.
Okay.
You've been going, you've been leading me.
There is a number 1.
Kawhi Leonard.
No! Are you serious?
Kawhi Leonard.
No?
Has to be.
No.
Hey, look. Okay, look at Clippers without Kawhi Leonard. Right?
Yep.
They have Paul George, no show. They have, but once James Harden, no show. Russell Westbrook. These guys are all stars. Kawhi Leonard comes in, cool, calm, collected, gets to his spot. 2-man game. Make Embiid cry. Dude, there's no way.
Hold on,
His
bro.
activation-
Hold
just
on.
because he's
We've
not
got a problem.
animated. Just because he's not
We've got a
animated
problem.
like Jimmy Butler. Right? He's a bit more robotic.
No, bro. We've got a problem here.
No, it's Kawhi. He's the most
Kawhi
Kawhi.
just missed out on my 5. Oh. Right? Oh, no. You were thinking I definitely had Kawhi at number 1. No.
Definitely in the 5. And that's why I was like, oh,
I
this
have a
is
couple
beautiful.
points. If you want, I can put Kawhi over LeBron. I can. I want to just say, before I get to my number 1, I want to say about Kawhi. Don't just get caught up in 2019. I know he's been great his whole career, but in terms of clutch, he fits in this category of like KD and LeBron. You know it. Be honest with yourself. He's not some like...
He fits
don't
into
just get
your
caught.
definition of, they're a great player and they happen to be in that situation and then they make the shot. But at the end of the day, that's what they do. That is what they do.
I know, but that's why it's even more impressive that the guys...
Jimmy Butler. That's why I like what you
the
sold.
guys that come alive in the clutch. KD Durant, KD, Kawhi, and LeBron, they're there because they're the guys. They're the guys.
So who do you have?
Come on.
No, if I'm gonna hear it, I know
It's
this.
there is one man.
No.
There is one man.
No,
I'm not taking no for an answer.
No.
There is one man in the NBA who literally has Dame time because it is time to win.
I need to see the numbers. His numbers aren't.
He has
His numbers
he
aren't
has
there.
2 walk-offs.
I understand.
How many walk-offs does anyone have? I mean, Michael Jordan I think has 2, but like he has 2 buzzer-beating walk-offs. He ended the series, not just a playoff game. He ended the series against Houston in 2012 or whatever it was. He ended the series against OKC with those shots. And I know it's what he do, but when it comes to the clutch, the watch comes out, man, and it's time. Bro, you can't have a Dame Time nickname. That buzzer beater against...
Yeah, but-
who did he hit it against the other day?
Come on.
The Bucks beat someone the other day.
Yeah,
I think it was someone shit, actually.
Yeah, it wasn't a great team.
Was it the Spurs? No, it wasn't the Spurs.
But either way,
From
was it Bulls?
like, I don't know who it was. That does ring a bell. Maybe it was Bulls.
Maybe it was Bulls. It was in Milwaukee's home
Yeah, I
ground,
think
that's
it
why I
might
don't
have been the
remember.
Bulls. But, bro, Dame Time. And that's where...
I just don't think he's done it enough for me.
He's had 2 walk-offs.
I understand. But look, he only goes so far in the playoffs where all these other guys, they've made deeper and showed that they're more cold-blooded.
But
that's where I'm getting mine
Yes,
from.
yes.
And I understand, like, he's made his name. I feel like it's all advertising, but really beneath it, I just don't know.
But
and I
that's
want to know. I want to know
exactly-
the exact stat.
That's exactly, I mean, different views of the list maybe, but that's exactly my point. He is not as good as Kawhi, KD, LeBron, and Jokic, right? But especially Kawhi, KD, LeBron. He's not as good, but in the clutch, he comes out. I'm not saying he becomes a better player, but he goes from the 12th best player in the NBA to a top 3 player in the NBA in the clutch.
I haven't. Correct me. I haven't seen him steal the ball.
But
Steal the ball like, Drew Holiday or Jimmy Butler.
doesn't need
or
to, bro.
Derek-
He's shot making.
Or Dwayne Wade.
he's shot making, bro.
And then be clutch like that. If Dwayne Wade was still here, man, nah. I want to see
it's harder to make shots in the clutch than to play defense. You know that. It's harder to focus on your body being right than to focus
It's huge. It's huge. Look, I'm happy to get roasted about this, but it is what it is.
You can't leave it.
So, what are we doing? What are we doing?
I'm sorry. No, take.
So
I'm
no,
not taking.
no. In terms of, are we switching Butler and Lillard? Because I don't agree. I don't even have Lillard on the top 5.
All right, I can do that. I can do that.
Hey, this is compromise. This is the list.
I can do Lillard at 2.
It's embarrassing. Hey, we're gonna get roasted.
I can do Lillard at 2.
We can do Lillard.
And if you want, I can put Kawhi over LeBron
Kawhi over LeBron
at 5.
Nah, we can leave it there.
Okay, but that means no Kawhi.
Like, no, I'm happy because I like the ball in LeBron's hands. Whatever LeBron does, I'll be like, I live with it. Whereas Kawhi, like, I know the clutchness, I get it. I feel like I'm 100% certain, like, he'll do his thing, but whatever. Like, I can't leave the GOAT out.
Yeah.
It's like if Kobe Bryant was still playing, I can't leave Kobe Bryant out. Like, you know what I mean? Even though he's declining, like, in age, nah,
Yeah.
I'm keeping LeBron in there.
All right, so that means our top 5 clutch players in the NBA is LeBron James 5, Jokic 4, Kevin Durant 3, Dame Time Lillard 2, and Jimmy Butler 1.
That makes sense. Butler's had so many more heroic performance in the clutch time. Eastern Conference Finals. How many times now? It's him. I can't believe it.
All right, we got to move on. Dame time. All right, now, final 3 things we're going to do is actually 9 of them. We got to do
All-Stars.
So All-Stars coming up. By the time this video comes out, I think the starters would have been announced. So what we decided that we're going to do this week is get some All-Star teams from the past and put them up against each other. So you and I have come up with 3 pairs each, and Ryan, who's not here today, has sent in his 3 pairs, and so we're going to do this. And so we're going to compare them, all right?
Okay.
Who are you taking out of these former All-Star teams? All right, now, starting off, we have 2021 Team LeBron All-Stars versus 2019 Team LeBron. So we got Steph, we got Luka, we got LeBron. So LeBron cancels out LeBron, and then they're all different for all the rest. Now, 2019 James Harden was a beast. 2019 Kawhi Leonard was a beast. Kevin Durant 2019
Was a
beast.
Achilles injury, no?
At the end of the year.
Yeah. Yeah, no, we give it,
And then Kyrie Irving was really great. 2021 Steph was a beast.
Uh-huh.
Luka
Luka.
wasn't where he was now, but he was real good.
I feel like Luka's been Luka since.
Yeah.
Like, it's so weird. He never ages.
He has been going up, though. Yes, I know what you mean, but he has been going up. Giannis was Giannis, and Jokic was Jokic. This is tough.
This is bloody tough.
Jokic was this is Jokic MVP year. Giannis is top 3 every year.
I feel like the guards are better on the 2021. Just with the Stephen Curry and Luka, because like Kyrie and
let me stop you there. Harden was better than that, Luka. This Harden was redonk. This is the best Harden ever. He had 32 games in a row of 30 plus. This is when he was crazy. I think he won the MVP. I think.
Damn, and then we've got the Kawhi.
So I think Harden. Let's go. If you want to do it, that can make it quicker. I reckon Harden was better than that, Luka. Kawhi. Hey.
Yep.
That Kawhi over. Is it? Do we have to go? Oh, it's one of these guys. Giannis, maybe.
Okay. Yeah, but Giannis won, didn't he?
2021.
Didn't he? That's
no,
the one?
Jokic won MVP.
Yeah, but didn't Giannis won the?
Oh, MVP.
No, won the
All-Star MVP.
No,
the championship.
The championship.
Yes.
And that was emphatic. You remember when he stepped up to the line?
Kawhi won the championship. And Kawhi's was a better championship.
Oh, my God. Oh, man. Just roll the dice. Let's go with 2019. Oh, man.
And then, they have KD in his prime.
That's tough.
Yeah, I think I do lean 2019.
We go 2019 because we got LeBron is better 2019. That was before the bubble. I put everything as reference
and
to the bubble.
LeBron was better, yes. So, that's tough.
Hey, that was a good fight.
Yeah, that's real tough. All right, now, I've got 2015 West against 2020 Team Giannis. So, if we look at these faces, Kemba Walker, how did he get there? Trae Young, how did he get there?
Well, by beating you guys, isn't
Joel
it?
Embiid wasn't what he is now. Giannis was a freak. Siakam, how did he get there? So that's not a great side.
Well, no, he's still decent, Siakam.
Yeah, but
this is 2019. Sorry,
that's 2020.
2020. Yeah, no.
Embiid wasn't what he is now. Embiid went up after 2020.
Pascal was carrying after Kawhi left.
Yeah, but then the 2015 West is Curry. Pretty old.
2015.
Pretty old Kobe.
That was second last year.
Yes, pretty old Kobe. So I don't know about that one.
Second last year.
AD was pretty awesome.
It was awesome. Pelicans, no?
Blake was pretty awesome. Marc Gasol was pretty awesome.
Nah, they'll be too good. That's
I do choose that team.
I choose 2015.
Yeah, and then also it's the factor of Curry.
For me, my
That's
factor
MVP
is
Curry.
I don't give a damn. Kobe is going to show up for one game.
We learnt that at the end of his
Yeah, we're at the end of the series.
Yeah.
Kobe got to show up.
So this is a bit of a weaker one.
Especially with those guys, Kemba and Trae.
Isn't it crazy looking at Kemba Walker and Pascal Siakam, like where we've come since then?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I wanted to go a bit of a lower one.
No,
and
that's a good
Joel,
one.
let me tell you, it's hard to remember, but I'll tell you as a Sixers fan, Joel turned into MVP Joel, as in MVP
From that year?
candidate.
Sorry,
no,
which
the
year?
year after this.
But sorry, I just need to go. Okay, 2020.
The year after 20. So after the bubble ended, the next season, the year that Giannis won the title, that's when Joel started to turn into this guy.
I think we're sleeping on Marc Gasol. He was decent.
Yeah, and he was real good. He was a really good player.
Decent. Just because we haven't talked about him. I love City
The
Blake
two
Griffin.
lower
Let's
ones.
go.
All right. 2022 Team LeBron from last year. Oh, actually, no, 2 years ago now. Versus the 2016 West, which is one of the best looking teams ever. At least faces.
Yeah, no, they
All right, so 2022 Team LeBron, we got Steph. We got championship Steph. We got Jokic. who won the MVP. We got LeBron. We got old LeBron, but LeBron has still been good last few years. Giannis is Giannis. And then DeRozan, as good as he was, is probably the weak link of that team.
Mm-hmm.
Versus Westbrook, who in his prime, KD,
you even laughed. Like, you can't believe it was in his prime like that.
KD in his prime, Kobe in his last year, Kawhi, I don't know, like about to be in his prime, and Steph in his prime, or I don't know, in the start of his prime.
That 2016 was that that was 1 year after Russell Westbrook got the MVP. I think 2015.
I can't remember which year he got it exactly.
Or it was that year. And then Stephen Curry, yeah, he was great. I just feel like this 2016 team lacks size because you got Giannis and Jokic, and remember Jokic can really. I
think the 2022 team beats it.
Yeah, because hey, you got 2 MVPs.
These guys are amazing. Yeah. And then Kobe's in his last year as well. I know he turns up for a game.
Turns up for a game. Maybe Kobe and LeBron.
Yeah, Jokic and Giannis and Steph are too hard to look past. And then
somebody
LeBron
tell me the answer. We're going to go with 2020 Team LeBron.
Yeah, I think 2022 Team LeBron, I've got to go that as well. Do you want to do Ryan's one now?
Okay, let's go.
Yeah, we'll do Ryan's one just quickly. All right, now, let's move on to Ryan's one.
You have to do the intro.
No, just reuse that one.
Oh, okay.
All right. So, now this one's just going to be text, similar to yours. So, the 2011 Eastern Conference All-Stars. LeBron James, Derrick Rose, Amari Stoudemire, Dwight Howard, Dwayne Wade versus the 2022 Team Durant, which has Joel, Jason Tatum, Andrew Wiggins, and Ja Morant and Trae Young.
For me, this is easy. This is no doubt 2011 Eastern Conference All-Star. This is a walkover. This is going to be a walkover.
It is.
You have Dwight Howard.
And you got prime LeBron.
I can't wait to go off on Dwight Howard when I bring him up because I got all the stats of that one.
Yeah.
But he like in the playoffs, it would be like 26. He was averaging like 26 points, like 15 rebounds.
Yeah. D-Wade, LeBron.
D-Wade, near 2008, D-Wade, come on.
Derrick Rose. Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
That was MVP Derrick Rose? I think so. I think it was.
So. I think it is 2000.
Hey!
Yeah. And here's the biggest giveaway. Andrew Wiggins in the 2022.
Yeah, that was.
I laughed my head up. I remember we were laughing in the group chat that day. That was insane. All right, next one. 2018 Team Steph, James Harden, DeMar DeRozan, Stephen Curry, Giannis, and Joel. And this is a very young Joel. Did he start this game? Wow. Giannis, Joel, and even Giannis was young. Giannis, Steph, DeMar, James Harden would have been a freak. 2012, Dwayne Wade, LeBron James, Dwight Howard. That's that one.
That's outrageous. We're going with 2012.
Like, the 2018, this would be a better fight than the last one.
Yes.
Especially because, actually, if we're talking, if we're talking all-star game, because I think D Rose hurt his knee
at the end
of the
playoffs.
At
the end of it, yes.
The 2012 team would win in this one. You good with that?
2012, yep, 100%.
All right. Now, last one from Ryan.
That 2012-2011 conference team is probably one of the greatest teams to be assembled. Like, they've got a list ranking. It needs to be up there with the 93, 99, early 90s.
All right.
With MJ and Larry Bird in there.
Now, 2016 West, again, the one I used. I think you've got this one as well, the West, versus the 2020 Team LeBron All-Stars. All right, so AD, James Harden, Kawhi, Luka, and LeBron. I did 2020 before, didn't I?
No, this is bubble. We didn't do any bubble.
I think we did.
No, we did.
2020 Team Giannis? Okay, I did 2020 Team Giannis.
Oh, okay. When are you going to have a banner for Embiid's or 70?
Here we go. All right, so 2016. So the 2016 West Boys again against the 2020 Team LeBron that had AD would have been, he was a freak. Harden was still good, obviously. Kawhi, Luka, LeBron.
This is 2016. So that was Kevin Durant. That's Kevin Durant, Oklahoma City. Just before he comes through. Yeah, that was just before. So KD, phenomenal. Russell Westbrook, phenomenal. Kawhi Leonard, very, very good. He carried that team heavy.
The Kobe thing is actually the weakness in this equation.
But then we have to say OP, ends up being Jimmy Butler, MJ for one game. He doesn't want to lose. Stephen Curry,
I think
Anthony Davis, Luka. I think I have to go with 2016.
Yeah, I think I'm going 2016 as well.
That's a tough one.
Yeah,
but low key, I don't know. Shall I say Luka is the weak link?
Yeah, he is in that team. He is.
Yeah,
he's still young then. Yeah,
that's
because I know he's been a freak ever since.
But he's been a freak.
All right, now quick, hit us with yours.
All right. So I have 2012 Eastern Conference Final All-Star. Oh, sorry.
Yep. That's the Eastern Conference.
Okay, you
want me to do it?
Yes, please.
All right. 2012 Eastern Conference All-Stars. We've got Dwayne Wade, LeBron James, Dwight Howard, Carmelo Anthony, and Derrick Rose versus the 2014 East, which is Kyrie, LeBron, Paul George, Carmelo Anthony, and Dwayne Wade.
All right, so I got a little monologue for this one.
Yeah, a bit of crossover here.
Yes.
Yeah.
We have MVP Rose, Hall of Fame. That was the guy. We have 2010 Dwight Howard, and even in 2012, he was still peak of powers, right? Can you imagine? In the year prior, he scored 46 points, 15 rebounds in a must-win game against Atlanta Hawks. So that's the kind of territory we're looking at. And then LeBron James, second year of going into the Heat, you could argue his third or fourth year was peak LeBron. I don't know, for me, him in the Heat jersey. But also his true shooting was 55%. So that was Hall of Fame. And then when you're looking at this 2014, LeBron James scores 60 points. That's when that was his peak shooting ability and his athleticism. Yeah, everything came into one.
But as good as Kyrie and Paul George were in 2014, you got more?
It's like Paul George took. That is peak Paul George. I understand maturity. Comes into it. But peak Paul George was Eastern Conference Finals, losing to LeBron, Game 7, and showed up every time. Remember, it was just everybody was saying, why did they have Roy Hibbert? Roy Hibbert was that. Can you imagine millimeters against the Heat?
But he's still not, let me just jump in, he's still not better than Derrick Rose and maybe not even better than Dwight Howard. So that's...
but then you have Dwayne Wade. Remember Dwayne Wade?
No, but they're both there, Dwayne Wade. I'm looking at this, as much as you got different LeBrons, different Dwaynes, and different Melos, I'm looking at this like they all cancel each other out. And for me, I'm taking Derrick Rose and Dwight Howard over Kyrie and Paul George. Who have you got, 14 or 12?
I got 12.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm thinking it's the Kyrie Irving that was the weakest link.
Yeah.
Right. I think Dwayne Wade in this era was better. Carmelo Anthony is Carmelo Anthony. For me, low key, I'm a Carmelo Anthony.
Yeah, I don't love Carmelo. He's not my type of guy either. But cancel each other out. We got to keep moving. Yep. Now, next one. You got, so 2020 Team LeBron, which is AD, I think we just said this one, AD, Harden, Leonard, Doncic against 2013 East. We got Melo, we got LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, and Chris Bosh, the big three from the Heatles, and KG. So 2020 Team LeBron versus the Heatles. So we got LeBron, we got James Harden, we got Kawhi, we got Luka.
See, this is where that 2013 was the greatest Heat. LeBron James was shooting 60% true shooting. That was the only time. Oh, sorry, one of two times he had 60% above, and then it just drops after that. Dwayne Wade, great. Chris Bosh, 28 years old, peak shooting, board 7. The Anthony Davis was great in Lakers as well. The only way I would have to split hairs. James Harden was still good though. 2020.
I think I am going 2020.
We have to go with 2020.
I feel like I'm going 2020. What are you doing?
I want to go Kevin Garnett. 2013.
Yeah, I mean there is KG,
but KG was Twilight.
Yeah,
That was
Twilight.
Twilight KG. So I'm just going to rep one for the old ones. Heat 2013. Let's go.
Yeah. All right. Now, last one. We got 2008 East. We got Dwight Howard, LeBron James, Jason Kidd, Dwayne Wade, Chris Bosh against the 2016 West, which we brought up a few times. Curry, KD, Kawhi, Westbrook, and Kobe.
And that's last year of Kobe. And then that was, for me, first time Kawhi Leonard went into the All-Star game. That Spurs team was 40-1 at home.
Okay.
And they were the only team to have 67 wins and then lose. Like didn't make the
Kawhi team.
Was it conference finals?
The Kawhi Leonard?
Yeah, Kawhi
2016.
Leonard. So, and that was Kawhi driven. So that was Kawhi carrying.
No, it wasn't carrying.
He was carrying.
No, he wasn't.
Like, I understand. Look,
He wasn't carrying that
team.
team.
He was the lead. He was the
Yes.
lead. He was the lead.
They were the Spurs back then, still.
So, but at the same time, I just nothing can beat peak Dwight Howard. That was 2008 peak. He played 82 games, 38 minutes, and he was averaging 14
Nah,
rebounds.
I'm going 2016. I'm looking at these faces. I'm looking at
Nah,
these. Bro,
nah.
Kevin Durant,
Nah.
Russell, prime Westbrook, Kawhi Leonard, prime Steph Curry. I know you got Kobe, but as good as Wade, Bosh, LeBron, Howard,
Howard was
bro, these
unstoppable.
guys would pick them apart, I reckon.
No.
As in, no, it wouldn't be a smashing, but the versatility of the 2016 guys, I think, would be too much.
Far out. No,
Anyway.
good times. That was a great segment. That just reminded me of how far we've came in the NBA.
Yeah, so enjoy. Well, the All-Star game wouldn't have happened, but the All-Star picks are probably out by the time you see this, or at least the starters. I'm pretty sure they're coming out tomorrow.
Yep.
So let us know in the comments all your thoughts and all your picks for this video. Cheech,
Yeah.
thanks.
It's been great.
Yeah.
Another ripper of an episode. Let's go.
And Joel.
70 points.
70 points, new franchise.
Another banner for ya. What was the banner last week?
It was us beating Jokic.
Yeah.
All right.
Greatest regular season team of all
Joel
time.
is the greatest regular season player ever. We'll talk to you next week.
Let's go.